I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I have not been a complete fan of the Adam Silver-run National Basketball Association. I think that he has made some questionable decisions. Most importantly and most recently, the in-season tournament, which is something that I have criticized heavily throughout the season. I thought that it was somewhat of a disaster, not much incentive. Ended up being cool that LeBron won. I thought that the courts were absolutely terrible, but I don't think that that is the best way to get the popularity of the sport moving in the right direction. However, with that all being said, something happening this week is something that I like from Adam Silver and from the new look NBA as far as trying to attract more eyes to the sport and to the pro league. With that being said, our Cleveland Cavaliers are playing in Paris this Thursday at 2 p.m. tip-off local time, Eastern Standard Time where I am. And I think that this is good. I know this is something they've done in the past, just reading briefly about the situation. Thursday will mark the third regular season game played in Paris in NBA history. The Bucks defeated the Charlotte Hornets in 2020, and the Bulls defeated the Detroit Pistons in 2023, so as most recent as last year. However, this is the Cavs' first regular season game played in Europe in franchise history. I know that the Cavaliers have traveled elsewhere for international play, but you do not see it very often where a regular season game is being played overseas. And what I like about this is you're basically taking the NFL model, right? So we've seen this with the National Football League. They go over to Europe. They go across the pond for multiple games a season. It's an earlier start time on a Sunday. It's a little bit more difficult to plan with logistics because of the nature of football, I feel like, compared to basketball. However, the Cavs get somewhat of a mini all-star break here, only playing 2 games in 8 days. Why do I like this? Well, I think it just makes sense because of the landscape of the sport. If you look around the league, the top echelon of players, most of them are international. Whether it's Giannis, whether it's Luka, whether it's any of these upcoming stars who are looking to make an impact on the NBA, a lot of them come from different countries outside of the United States. That is definitely the obvious first point. Secondarily, it just gives the franchises in the league an incentive to do something different. So what you saw with this Cavaliers organization is that they've been heavily involved on social media. They've been putting stuff out about the trip, obviously, but they also get an opportunity to rebrand themselves like we've seen the Cavaliers do. They put out a Paris line of NBA merchandise, obviously Cavaliers gear, but in that vein of, hey, we're going to pretty much treat this like another All-Star week. Obviously, the All-Star, games and the All-Star weekend is in Indianapolis this week, but it almost seems like there's something else going on here behind the scenes where Paris is an opportunity for international audiences to really make their fandom known, to show up to these games. We'll be playing the Brooklyn Nets, like I said, Thursday at 2 p.m. It should be an interesting game. I'm excited to see what the crowd dynamic is. I'm sure there'll be fans of both squads there. I know the Cavs have a heavy international following, so I think it makes sense to put a team like our Cavaliers in this scenario. I interact with people on our Twitter all the time, whether it's from Brazil, whether it's from France, whether it's from some international country. So, like I said, I'm definitely intrigued. I can't wait to watch it, actually. I think it's probably the most anticipated regular season game on the schedule for me, just all-encompassing, just to see how things go. I hope that Adam Silver and the NBA continue to do this, moving forward in the future. This is really your opportunity to grow the sport. The in-season tournament, do I give them some points for being able to try and innovate, try and do something new, try and bring more fans to regular season games? Sure. But did it execute? Did it hit home? Was it a home run? I don't think so. And I think that was apparent. I think that the NBA, they just have it tough. You know, you have a portion of your season where you're still competing with the National Football League, obviously the titan of the sports industry in the United States. But yeah, I think this is a step in the right direction. I'm excited to see how our Cavaliers perform. I'm excited to see how the crowd interacts, like I said. And yeah, it should be interesting, you know. Shout out to the Cavs. Shout out to playing in Paris. And I'm looking forward to Thursday's game. With that all being said, make sure you guys hit that like button if you agree with me that this is a good move for the NBA. Comment down below, who do you think is going to shine bright on the big stage in Paris? Is Jarrett Allen going to continue to carry the heavy load for this team, or does it kind of seem like a Donovan Mitchell type of performance where he goes off overseas? With that all being said, make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.